Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between our visitors and the Houston Texans.
Yeah, it cracks. Listen.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3 cornerback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Fields. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 23 yards the pickup there. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33. They run it with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
On the double.
Mike, 58, right there.
In your face.
61.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets. And
he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on second down, Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken,
does.
correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
You ready? 458's the mic. Here we go, D. All day. Hard. Go. It's a safety creep. Hey. Leo.
They'll run on third down with Brown. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's going to go down again.
You see me? They can't stop.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
the just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A loss of 2 there, second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This is Brown on the carry. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, it's Brown. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 52. Look at me. Go, go. Check, check. Hey, lock it. Check. Shift, shift.
What should be easy is figuring out these clues.
Bravo.
Now, take it.
Five.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Rock it, rock it. Shoot, shoot. Jam, 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 jam. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So we have reached... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
218, chop.
Right back to Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who cost it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap. After review of the play, the ball on the field is reversed.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, orbit. Hit it.
From the gun, Lawrence. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing on first down. Lawrence. This will be caught by Brown. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Back to throw. Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Looking to throw. Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing
and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Come on, let's go!
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on third down, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And it's taken in at the 9. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, Sam up.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check it out. Pilot, 64, weak. Look at me. Go.
Now it's Brown. And some room to run now. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Now.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, lock it. Ship. Watch the ship. Check. 5.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw. Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And that'll make it third down. The Chargers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Fields. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Go. Mike's 5-4. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D.
Deep rim.
On 4th down, Lawrence. He'll find Metcalf. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kill. Turn up.
To throw again, Lawrence. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
He's checking. Crash. 61, matchbox lights.
Check safety. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. On fourth down, Fields. And he's got Miller. 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw. Fields over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Here we go. Hey, Tusa. 5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Metcalf once again the target. And it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lawrence. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch.
Fantastic pain.